News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Denise Pellegrini. More than a dozen people have been killed in Ukraine in a second consecutive night of heavy Russian airstrikes, and those attacks coming despite recent direct talks between Ukraine and Russia, as well as a phone call between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin about it all. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky accusing Russia of trying to drag out the war. He's calling for more sanctions on Russia. Sources tell Bloomberg the European Union is considering cutting over 20 banks from the SWIFT global messaging service for financial institutions, and also considering banning the Nord Stream gas pipelines as part of a new sanctions package to increase pressure on Moscow to end its war against Ukraine. Meantime, emotional prisoner exchanges taking place again today between Russia and Ukraine. Tears of joy in Ukraine after a prisoner exchange allowing hundreds of homecomings. All the new tariffs and tariff headlines are making consumers nervous. A new Harris poll for Bloomberg News says 56% believe household finances would be better off if President Trump's tariffs had not been implemented. 69% expect higher costs for everyday goods as a result of the tariffs. Bloomberg's Claire Ballantyne.
Americans are very skeptical of Trump's tariff agenda, and most think that the economic pain that may result from it won't be worth the benefits.
Bloomberg's Claire Ballantyne. 3 in 5 respondents report cutting back on spending due to concerns around tariffs and a potential recession. 16% say they haven't yet, but expect to do so soon. The poll has a margin of error of 2.5 percentage points. It was conducted May 8 through 10. The Federal Reserve expected to keep interest rates steady when it meets again early next month. Investors this coming week, holiday-shortened trading week, will be keeping a close eye on reports on U.S. consumer confidence, inflation, and economic growth, and also Fed minutes coming out Wednesday. President Trump delivering the commencement address at the U.S. Military Academy graduation ceremony in West Point, New York this Memorial Day weekend.
We're focusing our military on its core mission: crushing America's adversaries, killing America's enemies, and defending our great American flag like it has never been defended before.
Trump also says his administration is turning the country around very quickly. Multiple memorials around the country today marking 5 years since George Floyd was killed by a police officer in Minneapolis. U.S.-Japan Sovereign Wealth Fund could be in the works. Financial Times says SoftBank founder Masayoshi Son is proposing setting up a U.S.-Japan sovereign wealth fund aimed at making large investments in tech and infrastructure. Paper says Son has discussed the plan with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who is looking for revenue streams for the Treasury that don't involve raising taxes. And the report also says the fund could be open to limited partner investors. That could potentially offer retail investors in the U.S. and in Japan a chance to participate in all this. China's UBC Robotics is planning to unveil a $20,000 humanoid robot. More from Bloomberg's Charlie Pellet.
Chief Brand Officer Michael Tam told Bloomberg News the company sees so-called home companion robots as a bright spot in China, partly because of the growing need for elderly care. He did not give a timing for when the product will go on sale and said an all-purpose robot that can handle many types of household chores and look after human beings is years away as the technology isn't ready. Hong Kong-listed UBC, which is thus far focused on industrial customers for its humanoid robots, is eyeing a consumer market that has also been targeted by Tesla and other companies. In New York, Charlie Pellet, Bloomberg Radio.
Thank you, Charlie. And the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 today. The Indy 500 is officially sold out. Some drama this year with defending champ Newgarden and his fellow Penske teammate Will Power found to have an illegally modified spec part on their cars. They've been pushed all the way to the back of the field. Newgarden has won the past 2 years. No one has ever won the race from that last row, though. 25-year-old rookie driver Robert Schwartzman from Tel Aviv, the first Israeli to qualify for the Indy 500.
I try to just, represent my country and do my best, let people know that I'm here and that I'm giving all. I'm not giving up with whatever I had in my past. I'm not giving up and I won't give up.
And the green flag at the Indy 500 drops at 12:45 Eastern today. And that's News When You Want It with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Denise Pellegrini. This is Bloomberg.